Hi, VencoreWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday, August 3rd. Big changes coming to the northeastern part of the U.S. Still quite warm today with high temperatures around the 90-degree mark this afternoon. By the latter part of the week, Thursday and Friday specifically, will be closer to 80 degrees for afternoon highs, and it will become quite unsettled with a good chance for showers on Thursday and Friday in the northeastern part of the country, perhaps even a period or two of steadier rain. I thought we'd start off this morning out in the western Pacific. This is a colorized infrared satellite image from the University of Wisconsin CIMMS website. This is a typhoon, Sudelar, right here. We'll look at a close-up in a moment. Just wanted to point that out because it could very well become a super typhoon over the next 24 hours or so, Category 5 equivalent. This is Taiwan here, and farther to the north and east, the Japanese islands right here. Both have a concern with this particular typhoon. Again, all indications from computer forecast models are the pressure will drop to amazingly low levels, and this will become a super typhoon as it heads in this general direction. Taiwan and Japan on guard for super typhoon Sudelar. Well, here's another look at that growing monster out in the western Pacific. Again, the typhoon Sudelar. It could very well be a Category 5 type storm right now. Notice very symmetrical look, a rather tight center here to this typhoon. Again, computer forecast models have it dropping into the under 900 millibars, which is an amazing central low pressure. So this very well could become a major story over the next several days. Well, let's get back closer to home. Here's a map of the U.S. showing a surface cool frontal system cutting across the Great Lakes region. Again, big changes coming for the Mid-Atlantic region and the northeastern U.S. for the second half of the work week. Specifically looking like Thursday and Friday will be quite cool compared to normal. Normal highs right now, Philly 87 degrees, Reagan Airport in D.C. around 88. Again, later in the week, Thursday and Friday specifically will be closer to 80 degrees for highs as compared with this afternoon's flirtation with the 90-degree mark. This front kind of sets the stage for some unsettled weather. It slides through overnight tonight, could cause a shower or thunderstorm this evening or later on tonight. Then it kind of sets up shop, stalls to the south here. That will allow for a couple of waves of low pressure to ride along a frontal boundary zone later in the week. Could even be a period of steadier rain, perhaps even some heavier rain later in the week in the Thursday-Friday time frame as we turn noticeably cooler. Here's the latest radar loop. Not much at all going on right now in the I-95 corridor. Some showers out across the Ohio Valley, and again, there can be scattered showers or thunderstorms late in the day or overnight tonight associated with that cool frontal system that'll drop to the south and east from the Great Lakes region and then stall out just to the south of the Mid-Atlantic region, allowing for the likelihood of some waves of low pressure to ride along that frontal boundary zone later in the week. Well, let's take a look at some computer forecast maps from the GFS model run. This is last night's 06 model run at 500 millibars for the height anomaly at 500 millibars across North America for this morning. Notice this big wave of upper level low pressure here centered over south central Canada, and this is the main culprit of our cool down during the week. This will slide slowly to the east over the next 4 to 8 hours or so. Probably the coolest 2 days here will be Thursday and Friday, although it should remain well below normal on Saturday as well in the I-95 corridor. Again, a big change coming thanks to a strong upper level low in the middle part of the atmosphere. Well, let's look at some surface forecast maps from last night's GFS model run. This is for this evening, Monday evening. Then we'll look at Tuesday evening, Wednesday evening, and Thursday evening. By this time, a frontal system will be moving towards the I-95 corridor. Not a strong front. Could have an isolated shower or thunderstorm associated with, but certainly not a heavy rain event. That front sets up shop just to the south of the Mid-Atlantic region. In fact, let's jump ahead 24 hours. And here's the forecast map for Tuesday evening. That front just sliding towards the East Coast. It will not have much of a push behind it. And we turned a little bit nicer on the day Tuesday, but especially felt more comfortable on Wednesday following this secondary frontal system. Let's now jump ahead to the Wednesday evening forecast map. And by Wednesday evening, high pressure really dominates the scene across south central Canada, and that will kind of poke its way into the northeastern U.S. Pretty pleasant day around here on Wednesday. 90 to 92 degrees perhaps in D.C. this afternoon, but by Wednesday we'll be closer to 85, and then it gets even cooler on Thursday and Friday. Let's jump ahead now to the Thursday evening forecast map. Well, here we go. By Thursday evening, that frontal system has stalled out right in this region here. A couple different waves of low pressure, perhaps one there, perhaps one there, will ride along this frontal boundary zone, an area of showers breaking out. Maybe even a period of steadier rain Thursday night or Friday. High temperatures both of those days closer to the 80-degree mark as compared with 90 degrees this afternoon, perhaps even holding in the 70s in some areas along the I-95 corridor on Thursday and Friday. It should remain cooler than normal on Saturday as well. So big changes coming for the latter part of the week, and that change to a cooler weather pattern will be unsettled as well, with a good chance for showers on Thursday and Friday. That's it for now. For VencoreWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.